You need to know that closing is a process. It doesn't just come easy. It is one step at a time, one contact at a time. In fact, this is what we say. When you meet someone and you tell them about business working online without opportunity, without company, Superlife, it takes an average of about 5 to 8 exposures for most average people to accept any information, good or bad. So you have to keep inviting them, and you have to keep in their inbox, telling them more about why you need them to join the business and what you see that they may not see. 5 to 8 exposures it takes for anyone to accept any good information. So I want you to stick to the process until you close the final deal. Many people start, they get the prospect, and the person is interested in the business. After presenting, they close them once and they give up on them. They never go back to chat them any further to ask more questions as to why they have not yet started business. And you know, when people leave our presentations, they go out there and they meet negativity everywhere, because out there it is so negative. Out there is a lot of ignorance. People don't understand the business we do. And for business guys, you know that if you found a business system that works for you, not everybody understands it. Those that you pick and are interested, you have to take them through the process. Go for the one-on-one, chat them on WhatsApp, answer their questions. You get it? Let this prospect have himself sold to. In fact, this is what I mean. Let the prospect sell to himself that, you know what, I have to be part of Superlife now. I've heard about this for long, but this is not what this guy has explained. He has shown me the difference and how he's been able to make over 200 million in the lockdown, like Andrew was telling you, just using the phone. And then somebody has to work for 2 years on a contract, and they can't even get 100 million in the 2 years, and they've been working hard tooth and nail, being mistreated and tortured somehow. When you get a prospect, get them to see why they need to be here. Close them into wanting to be here. It takes more than one exposure. You get it? Let the prospect see this again and again and again. If somebody says no right now, and no now does not mean and no forever. I hope I'm making sense here. And no now does not mean and no forever. Somebody may say no now because probably they have issues with themselves, or probably they are not in the moods, or probably you found them when they're ill and you're trying to present a lot of things on WhatsApp and they don't seem to have time to read and they're like, no, I'm not interested. Keep the relationship going. In the right moment, no one sees an opportunity of earning an extra 500 million in 3 years on top of their working part-time, an extra 2 hours a day on top of what they do. And they say no to that opportunity. If there is somebody out here willing to teach them step by step. The reason people say no, it is because they have not understood what exactly you have. Because they spend a lot of time on the phone. And if they don't join you, it's because they have not understood. Yet they invest data to come and post a video that they can get likes and follows. Now, likes and follows do not get them paid as of now until they get a blue tick. And that is not for everybody on different platforms. You get it? But the same data they spend doing that, they can spend the same data to make an extra 500,000 a week. How? When we teach them. So we need to know that not everybody will see that right away. It is a process. So we need to take them through that process, pola, step by step, until you pick the momentum that we want them to pick. I hope this is very clear as a point. Okay, we shall proceed with our point number 3. Proceed with point number 3. This is what we are talking about. Number 3, you need to become a good asker of the questions that will cause people to answer back to you rightly. If you want to close business and you want to help many people make some good money online, you need, one, to learn how to be friends with people. You need to learn how to connect easily. You get it? Now, if you connect easily, form the relationship with them, let them tell you about themselves a little bit, because there is something about us human beings. We love talking about ourselves, but we don't have a chance, or we don't have many people who give us a chance or give us that listening ear. Now, people want to be listened to, but not many people have an opportunity to get somebody willing to listen. Somebody may be going through a lot, and all they need is a listening ear. And many people are busy, they're not willing to give them time. So you, as a business person, if you want to close business, you need to be in a position of, you need to be willing to listen to people and let them tell you about themselves, identify the need that they have, see if you have a solution for them, and then tailor the solution you have, our business opportunity, because most of people's needs are tailored in around money. Money is not everything, but Zig Ziglar, one of the top philosophers in business, says money may not be everything like some broke people say, but right next after oxygen in the essentials of life, it does not rank very far in a scale of 1 to 3. So most likely it is number 2. Because being online, you need money. Having a phone, you need money. Eating, you need money. Dressing, you need money. Lately, to do everything, you need money. Even bathing, you need money because you need to pay for the water. So maybe when you listen to people, you're going to identify the fact that they have needs. And those needs are usually circled around, yes, I'm here, my boss is me, la, 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 la. If it wasn't for money, I wouldn't be here. Then you're like, oh, okay. These guys are torturing us, money. Somebody's taking a piece of land, and the reason the rich man is taking it is because he has more money than them. So you need to learn how to ask the right questions to get people to want to talk about themselves. And the more you listen, you're going to start identifying key points that these people may not really know that you can be able to help them. So when you present to someone the opportunity, you need to ask them the right questions, like the ones listed here. Yes, you listened to them, they told you about themselves, and then you identified the need they had. Then you told them, hey, if I have an opportunity that we can do part-time on your phone, working, using your data or Wi-Fi presence, and you're able to make an additional 2 million UGX per week on top of what you're earning per month. 2 million per week is about 8 million extra, 10 million extra, 15 million extra. Many of you are making that money. And the person will be like, oh, I'm interested. What do I have to do? Make time with them, present. Now give them the first exposure, second exposure, third exposure. But after presenting the first time, these are the right questions you need to ask them. What did you like best about the opportunity? On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see yourself? Now, 1 being that you have not understood anything. 10 being you've understood it and you're ready to start now. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see yourself? Somebody says anything above 3, they are positive and they are willing to join. If they said 2, then you ask, why 2? What did you understand? Take them for the second exposure on another appointment. Third question, how much money would you need to make on a part-time basis in case I'm willing to support you to make it worth your time? Or let me read it for you the way it is. How much money would you need to make on a part-time basis to make it worth your while on your phone? Somebody will be like, okay, my salary is about 2 million. That is if they make 2 million. Most times it is 900, 1 million, 1.2. And then if I can top up an extra on the 1 million I earn per month, if you mean I can make an extra 2 million per month, you're like 2 million? Okay, you can. That is small because people make even 20, 30 million UGX. So you'll be like, okay, okay, if I can make an extra 3 million on top of my 1 million and I'm able to get 4 million per month, my life can be different. You know why? Then you ask them why. They'll tell you now, they'll start talking about the goals and the things they have. So this is what you take them through. I hope I'm making sense. So if somebody says an extra 4 million a month would do for me, then you ask them, so how many hours in a week are you willing to put in part-time? Because this is part-time. You need a minimum of 1-2 hours a day for about 5 days, that's about 10 hours a week. Even if they do 8 hours a week, even if you, the distributor business person today, if you invested in this lockdown, you put aside 2 hours for maximum business prospecting and presentation, 2 hours, non-interrupted, 2 hours, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, times 5, those are 10 hours. In 10 hours, which is times 4 weeks, 40 hours, you can close a lot of business. By the way, you can get a number of sprims or supers in the 40 hours on top of the stars that you may be able to get. So how many hours in a week are you willing to put in? If somebody says I need 4 million extra and they're willing to put in 2 hours, you tell them, hey, this is business. Let's talk about business really. You cannot open up the shop for 2 hours in a week and you want to make an extra 4 million. Let me show you what we need to do. Then you close them into accepting, oh, okay. So you mean if I do 1 hour a day for 5 days, which is 5 hours, it is better than the 2 hours I wanted to do once in a week. You're like, oh yeah. You get them to allocate time and see. You know, some people be like, me, I'm busy, I don't have time. And they are busy working for the boss who doesn't love them, because after the contract, they're sending them away. And then they are busy making somebody else richer at the place of employment. So we really want to change people's mindset by telling them, hey, you cannot be busy for others and you can't make time for your personal self-improvement in terms of your financial growth. And the reason you're saying you're busy is because you don't know what being busy means. Let me show you why no businessman can pronounce what you've said, I'm busy. You get it? Businessmen always make time for things they think can improve on their finances. Now let me show you why they are better than us. So the person will be like, oh, you change their mindset. So you can ask all these right questions to get these people to open up. How long would you be willing to give me? In how many months do you think you want to start making 4 million per week? If they say 1 month, you tell them, no, that is not practical yet. You need to learn a few things. So you're going to take it step by step. Maybe 90 days, which is 3 months to 7 months, we can build up a pipeline through which we can be able to make that money constantly per week. If this is June, and we're able to build this pipeline up to December, and from December onwards, you are sure every week you will be able to make an extra 3 million without stress. Would you be willing to give me time in these next 6 months to make sure that you build our pipeline? That is when someone will be like, yes. And then you're like, okay, now let me give you a work plan on how we are going to do it. And then when they say, okay, this is working for me, then you tell them, okay, so let's get started. Which pack do you want to start with? Which package do you want to pay and start with? You tell them about the star, tell them about the spring package, you tell them about the super package. And you emphasize the point that the bigger the package, the bigger the bonuses. If you want to make an extra 2 million easily with a star package, it is not as easy as it is when you start with a supreme or a super package. So you tell them the difference between the packages now. And you're like, oh, okay, let me look for this package. I'm going to start with this. But now let me ask a question. If I start with a star, can I make it a super? Then you give them all those ones. You see, you're not rushing. This one person you're with, you are with them for like 1 hour. You're answering their question. What is this person going to feel like? This guy cares. This guy will support me. This guy will help me get better in business. This guy is going to help change my circumstance. Yes, I'm working for the boss. I don't love this kind of job I'm doing. Well, some people be pretending, but I love my job. I love my job. Yes, you love your job, but the boss is only using you for the time you still have the energy to support them. If you lose the energy they think they need you to have to do their boss or their job, they are going to replace you. You get it? You're replaceable. And you need to realize that you are as replaceable as anything. So you need to change it very fast and start working on your own project with Super Life and make your life different. So ask the right questions. If I'm making sense here, that is point number 3. The other one, which is the very last bit in this part of asking questions. If I, would you, is the question that you need to ask. The if I, would you question is, if Mulindwa, I am willing to give you an extra, in my busy schedule, I'm willing to give you 1 hour per day to just coach you on what you need to learn to build your business online. Would you be willing to get started? The person will be like, oh yeah, I am. And if they are willing, Remember, we said in the point number 1, you work with a willing. Professionals sort, the amateurs convince everybody, even those who are not willing. So if you're choosing to work as a professional, you need to sort. You need to throw, you need to ask and see if they can answer. You need to, how can I say that? You need to test before you trust. You need to test their willingness. You don't want to pull even the unwilling. No. You want to work with the willing. The big network marketing industry, titans, they know one truth, and they know nothing is easy. And MLM or network marketing or working online is not easy, but it is simple to learn. There is a difference between easy and simple. We usually tell people, if you want to do business, no business is easy. Easy come, easy go. That's why many people opt for jobs, because you need that grit, you need that willingness to survive, you need that willingness to stand, you need that willingness to keep on walking when everybody is going down. You need to face the storm directly when others want to hide under you. MLM is not easy, but it is simple. Being simple, it means there are some skills you need to learn. There are some key points you need to follow. There are some notes that you need not to neglect if things are going to work out for you. And those are got from us, the mentors and the training system we have. You just have to show up all the time. So closing people into business is not an easy thing, but it is simple when you know what to do. So me, it is as simple as connecting with you, getting you to be my friend, which is easy. And then friends always talk. I tell you about me, I ask you to tell me about you. If you're willing to tell me, you'll tell me. If you're not willing, then professionals sort amateurs on this principle comes in my head. This one is not the right person for my business, and they are not willing to change the opportunity, or they are not willing to use the opportunity I have. So I'll push them on the shelf and keep moving. When I keep asking, the Bible says, ask and you'll be given. You get it? Launch into the deep. You find a better fish you want to get. Keep talking to more people. The right people who are right people for business will keep coming, and you see them on. You get it? So because it is not easy, but it is simple, me, I know anyone given the right training, they can be able to make it. So you have to decide to play it big in this business. Don't come to survive in the mediocre class. If you are going to get to the top, you're going to be among the industry titans, people whose names are talked about, SK MULINDWA. You need to work harder. You need to work more than everybody else. Don't take things easy. Be hard on the business, and then things are going to be okay for you. It is up to us to make it happen. So my points were very, very brief and precise. If you want things to change, you have to start changing yourself. The 3 points we have talked about when it comes to closing were very, very simple. Very simple. The first one was that you need not to convince anyone. If you're going to do business with somebody online, you need to know professional sorts. We are not looking for everyone. We should look for those who are looking. Get those who see what you see, and those who don't see what you see, who are still in the excitement mode of being like everybody else, give them time. When their time is right, they'll look for you, but your time is now. Keep running. So there are many people out there online who are willing. So don't beg. Look for those who have a need and they also want. Not those who have a need and they're just needy. I really don't want to associate with the needy people, because needy people's dreams are like small. Instead of giving them, you want to give them a fishing rod, for them they just want the fish and that is it. And they're not able to see that with a rod I can get 1 million fish. I was about to say fishes. You get it? So don't go for the needy, go for those who have a need and they also want. Second point was very simple. You need to know that this is a process. Building business is a process. Getting people to see what you see is a process. It takes a number of exposures upon meeting people and to accept the good information that you have. So stick to the process until you close the final deal. Many people do not have that patience to keep going on and looking for the right prospect and looking for the right people to do business with. You know, talk to as many and let the prospects sell to themselves. Live that good lifestyle, you know. And no now doesn't mean a no forever. And lastly, we talked about asking the right questions and knowing that this is a business. A business is for the people who are willing to open up their minds and see what other people are not willing to see. Business is like that. So I really want to congratulate you, the 173 guys who are still on live right now. And it was a class of over 200. I noted the number. So wherever you're working from, wherever you're watching this from, I've seen many of you in different places. Closing the business deal is very simple, but it takes discipline, it takes consistency, it takes knowing what you want. So go for what you want, go for the business. Talk to many, let the few who are willing sort themselves out. The challenge is wanting to close and you only have 2 people the entire week. Yet, Coca-Cola, I don't know how many millions it talks to every day. Yet, Airtel Uganda, I don't know how many adverts it does on how many radio stations and TVs, on how many billboards every moment. Yet, you don't even have to wait for them to buy airtime. You have a need, you go for the airtime, but they keep reminding you, even when they know you will go and buy the airtime without them telling you. They'll keep on advertising and talking. You get it? Now, if you want to be in business, you need to talk about what you have. You have an online business, super life, beautiful, pays money, extra. Anyone can do it from wherever they are. I mean, don't keep quiet, talk. Don't shy away from what is going to make you very successful, from what is going to help you help other people. Are we together? So thank you so much. God bless you.